So, first things first, real exciting announcement. I have a tripod now, which is why I have 2 hands, which is probably why I keep touching. Hey, what's up YouTube? Sierra Nicole here. I just watched Pixie Late's video on how to make Pokéballs, and me being the complete and utter Pokemon trash that I am, I'm gonna make some now. So, let me show you what I got. I got these styrofoam balls. I like balls. They just seem like the perfect size. Not too big, not too small, and plus I feel like I could throw them easily if the urge strikes, so. Charmander, go! Next, I got these 32 pack of craft foam sheets. I like these because A, Walmart didn't have the regular craft foam things that places like Hobby Lobby have, which is a lot more useful, but this 32 pack was only $1, so I'm not complaining, but I can just paint it the color I need. Also, they're really thin, which is really great. Like, they're a lot thinner than most craft foam sheets would be, so I like these. Next, we have this styrofoam block. It is very tall, which I don't like, so I might cut it in half, but this is what I'm going to use to mount them, so I can just put them in my room on my dresser over yonder. And then we have my gigantic bag of paints. Okay, first of all, I did not buy all of these all at once. I just keep them in a Walmart bag because I don't know where else to keep them. But this is all my paint stuff. I'm really excited to start painting. Yeah. Also, I have spray adhesive for the foam shoots. Don't follow my example here. Don't do it. Don't do it. Please use regular glue, please. I can't find my glue, so I'm grasping at straws here. But if you have glue, use the glue. Do what I say, not what I do. Okay? Okay. We're good. Next, I have a rubber band so I can make straight lines, along with a pencil so I can make the straight lines, and a bottle cap. You'll see why in a second. Alright, so I think that's all my materials here. Oh, and you'll need toothpicks. Again, you'll see why in a second. So yeah, without further ado, let's get nerdy. I'm gonna pretend I didn't do that. Update, I found where Mom hid all the glue, so all is right with the world.
Okay guys, so first things first, I started with this styrofoam block and I didn't really know what to do with it, so I decided to paint half of it black and half of it gold. So I'm starting out with painting the bottom half black, and it took a lot longer than I thought it would because styrofoam absorbs a lot of paint. So I just went ahead and outlined it first and then went and filled it in, which again took forever. Like, this original clip was like 20 minutes long of just me filling in the bottom and top part, but you know, what you gonna do? And then once the black was finished, I went ahead and started on the gold, which honestly didn't take as long, thankfully, because the gold had a lot better coverage, I guess I should say. But yeah, the gold took like half the time, and I'm so glad. And it looks really nice. Like, it looks real. That's not the word I'm looking for. It looks fancy enough to hold Pokeballs. Okay, let's just stick with that. and we're done with that one side. So just go ahead and do the other 4 sides. So now that the sides are done, all we have to do is fill in the top. I decided not to paint the bottom black, because then I have to flip it over and wait for it to dry, and I'm really impatient, so ain't nobody got time for that. So again, with this thing being very porous, I had to find many different ways of getting this gold paint on there as quickly and as efficiently as possible. So it kind of evolved from just taking tiny dabs and realizing that wasn't working at all to me, like taking extreme globs of it and trying to spread it like eyeshadow, like just trying to. This entire thing was like blending really stubborn eyeshadow to get it perfect, you know? And eventually I just resorted to pouring it straight from the bottle and blending it all out from there. That seemed to work the best.
Oh, my lipstick is gone. Oh well. So there's this thing going around Facebook about like the name of the fear of tiny holes, and not something I noticed before, but the more I look at this thing, I'm kind of feeling it. Oh my god, that looks so weird.
Alright, now we're going to start with our Pokeballs. So we're going to take the ball and wrap the rubber band around it so we have a line to start our stencil. Make sure it's straight, because you don't want any crooked lines in your Pokeballs. Then you're going to grab a pen and draw under the line. My, look at what straight lines we have. Then you're gonna move it up just a little bit. Well, not a little bit, but enough that it's like wide enough for a thing, and oh, you know what I mean. So just move it up, and then you're going to take your pen and mark under that line as well. Here's what we have so far, 2 very straight parallel lines. Then you're going to want to find a circular object. I used the lid of this Germex cap thing because I was told to find anything else, but really if you're doing this you want to use like a coin or something easier to maneuver. But you're just going to want to trace that in the center of one side of the lines, and voila, you have your base for your Pokeball. Now onto the painting, which is my favorite part. Excuse that weird accent, I have no idea where it came from. But this part's pretty self-explanatory. You want to use like a smallish brush so that you're not picking up too much paint, but at the same time you don't want to pick up not enough because they don't take forever. And yeah, so paint away that little black line that separates the top from the bottom of the actual Pokeball. And you can see our Pokeball starting to take form. Now, since the bottom part had like this little indent in it, I decided to pick the other side to paint as the top. So I am just painting all of that red, because that's what a Pokeball is. Red and white and black, but that's kind of self-obvious at this point. So yeah. You'll notice I'm not getting too close to the edges because I am not a good painter or good at any artistic stuff, and I didn't want to fuck up. So I'm just laying down the base red first, you know, getting most of the color on there. Let's see, once that's all done and ready for the next part, I guess, then I decided to go back in and do what I call edging, which is getting really, really, really close to the rest of the lines so that my lines are as straight as possible, they're as clean as possible, and that I don't fuck up.
Alright, seriously, excuse my lack of lipstick. I'm not even gonna worry about it. Okay, so for the little white part in the middle, you can handle that one of three ways, okay? In her video, Pixie Late, I cut out a piece of paper and then glued it on there and then painted over it. Or a way I can see around that is taking some craft foam, cutting a circle, doing the exact same thing, painting it white, of course, unless you want a really deformed Pokeball. Or if you're like me and really lazy, you can just paint the white part directly on it. If you can hear that, I'm sorry. So when I carved the black part out, I actually carved it in there. So there's like a little raised circle, and I'm just going to paint directly onto that and see where that gets us.
I ended up having to paint on 2 coats of white because the black was still kind of wet and the white turned gray, and the center of Pokeballs is not gray, so had to fix that. But otherwise, you're done. And we have our finished Pokeball. Yay! Ready to catch the original 150 Pokemon.
It matches my hair.
And then to mount it, you just stick a toothpick through it carefully because you don't want to mess it up. And then stick the toothpick thing into the mount and ta-da! One down.
So along with the original Pokeball, I'm going to be doing the Great Ball, the Ultra Ball, and the Master Ball, along with 2 other surprise ones, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. For the Great Ball, the Ultra Ball, and the Master Ball, you start off the exact same way with the rubber band and the painting of the thing. Alright, so this is going to be the Ultra Ball, and these 2 are going to be the Great Ball and the Master Ball. Whichever one ends up being which, we'll find out on the way. am now covered in paint, and the basic Fantastic Four is done, and I'm so excited because it looks so good. Yeah. I forgot what I was saying. Let's just back that. Okay, and start over. So, what am I snapping? I'm gonna do that again. I'm still in frame. This is difficult. Here, and so, why am I clapping? Why do I need to punctuate what I'm saying with hand movements? This is a problem. Okay, I had problems. I had to check that I was right, and I was. Okay. But yeah, it's really, really tall, so I might cut it in half and make like a little... I dropped it. Just have a rubber band to... Ow. Ow. Damn it. My hand is really sticky. Everyone ends up being... You can probably hear this in the background. Arceus and the Duel of Life. I think that's the full title. Okay, if you've seen this, I really want you to comment down below and tell me if you think that Arceus sounds like Gilbert Gottfried, because the more every time I watch this, I'm just like, and then we have. I'm still in frame again.
So long, farewell to you, my friend. Goodbye for now, until we meet again.